Okay, so Patty has a question. With the possibility of making great money as an agent, what's the benefit of broker versus agent? All right, so let's think this through. So, one of the benefits of being a broker versus an agent is the broker has control over the money, right? So they control money in, money out, right? And you as an agent are relying on them to pay you a commission. So some of it's control. Second of all, it's the ability to sell that asset later, right? So the ability for you to ramp that company up like I did and then sell it. It's a lot easier to sell a brokerage, an established brokerage, than it is to sell an established agency. But I will tell you, if you're an established agent with a book of business, it's very easy for you to go out and get your own authority at some point in the future when you're in the financial position to do that. And you've got your carriers and you've got your shippers and you've got your systems, right? So I see a lot of agents that will start their business. They'll work as an agent for a year, 2, 3, 4 years, and then they break off and become their own broker. And there's nothing wrong with that. And at that point, long term, they have more opportunity to sell that business later, because that's a lot of what some people do. When I started my business, I knew my goal was to ramp it up. My goal was to ramp it up to $100 million in sales and then sell it. That was my goal. I knew that I didn't want to spend 30 years in the brokerage business. I have a lot of other interests. I'm a kind of a different animal. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've owned a variety of different businesses. I continue to add new businesses over time. And so it just wasn't the path for me, but for you, it may be. So a couple of the advantages are the ability to control the money, to also the ability to sell it later. You are also able to make, potentially you're able to scale your business larger, because as a brokerage, it's a lot easier to hire and scale that business than it is as an agency. Okay. So those are just a few of the advantages, but agents can make a great living. Again, I know agents that make over, I have a client who's an agency that does $100 million a year, right? But I have lots of people that I know that are agents that do $1 million, $2 million, $5 million, $10 million, $20 million a year, and are sticking in their pocket anywhere between $100,000 and $1 million or more per year in profit in their pocket as agents. Okay. So there's less risk, but you also have a little bit less control. So good question. That's the first time I've been asked that question, Patty. So congratulations. Hey, if you enjoyed this Freight Broker Q&A, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to click the little bell to ensure that you get notified every time I release a new video. And if you have questions, make sure you add them in the comments below. And who knows, maybe I'll use one of your questions on a future Freight Broker Q&A.